Thank you LEGO for sending these sets for review. After last week's Hogwarts Castle set review, here's the other LEGO Harry Potter June releases I'll be covering in today's video. The LEGO Harry Potter Private Drive Aunt Marge's Visit revisits the Dursley residence 5 years after the last version, with a focus on Prisoner of Azkaban's opening act, therefore featuring all characters present there. 5 minifigures included, or technically 6, but more on that later on, starting with Harry, of course, with an outfit matching that of when he runs home. Petunia and Vernon have really nice torso prints, though I really don't get Vernon's chubby look out of this one. Same goes for Marge, the first ever instance of this character, I believe. Lastly, there's Dudley with that napkin over his sweater. All minifigures aside from Marge have alternate face prints, and there's still that 6th minifigure of sorts to look at, a balloon version of Marge, which is really funny to see here portrayed in such a way, a brilliant inclusion to justify a new take on the number 4 of Private Drive. A street name plaque we also get as a side build with Hedwig resting on top of it. Marge's bulldog is the last character, so to speak, featured here on this set. As for the house itself, it looks basic, but matches the real-life counterpart of the building, with a little garden up front, some stickers for the door number and door decoration, with the stuffed letters in the mailbox referencing Philosopher's Stone. And I really like this new bent bar element used here for the drain pipe. From the back we can see the sunroom out of which Marge flies out in this story, and there's a ladder Vernon used in Chamber of Secrets to install some bars. And the whole thing does come off, provided you have some Weasleys and the flying Fort Anglia to recreate Harry's escape. Now, as expected, the house has an interior, of course, and considering the relatively small space inside, it's kind of amazing the amount of detail and rooms that the designer managed to fit in. The entrance and living room this side here, with a few more letters coming out of the door, or the fireplace. Above, Dudley's room with a bunch of candy, game console, and computer to match his unhealthy habits. There always needs to be a bathroom, of course, next to Harry's very sparse-looking room with a Gryffindor banner up in the wall. And on the house's right side bottom floor, there's a well-furnished kitchen area, a detachable dining table build, and Harry's first bedroom, the cupboard under the stairs, which is really hard to access from here, reason why a door from the outside was included, disguised as the house's wall, which was a nice way to go about it, I feel. Character selection is great for a Private Drive number 4 set, and so are most of the rooms and scene choices. The Fort Anglia busting Harry out is to me far more iconic when thinking of the house, but the fact that the removable window is there for that purpose is very neat, avoiding the need for a second car being made. The stuffed Hogwarts acceptance letters on the door referencing the first installment of the story is brilliant, as is that cake on the kitchen that totally looks like the one Dobby floats in Chamber of Secrets to get Harry in trouble. I honestly don't think you could ask for more out of a Private Drive number 4 LEGO Harry Potter set. It is great. But there's always a but, and when looking at all of this, I don't see $90 worth of LEGO, which is the retail price this is selling for. Here's examples of $90 sets next to it, or bumping the price just a bit, here's what $100 could get you. The IP license fees have got to be the reason why Harry Potter sets are being priced the way they are, which will be rough for fans of the theme out there. Unless we're speaking about this one instead. The LEGO Fox Dumbledore's Phoenix set is another take at brick-built characters of the wizarding world, which, aside from Hedwig from the Hogwarts Icon set, I am not the biggest fan of, yet this one does it in a compact and affordable form factor, which, at the end of the day, is not a bad thing. At 300 pieces, this will retail for $23, really making me wonder what's going on with this IP license. Fox is standing in its two-legged perch, an interesting build turned sideways for extra stability. The bright color scheme matches the on-screen look of the creature with tones of orange and red, though my favorite pieces are the trans-red curved slopes at the tips of the wings. The feathers and wings themselves can be posed differently if you'd like, as can the head, opening beak 2 and adjustable tail feather section. And while that could be the end of it, there's still 3 extra builds included in the set. A Gryffindor sword, the sorting hat, complete with the printed cone element for its face, and a small blob of pieces, which likely is Fox in a baby-like state being reborn from the ashes. These are cute, but I would argue they could have been disregarded completely, as I don't feel they had that much value to the main build itself. Imagine not having these, reducing the piece count by about 30 or 40 pieces, and managing to price this set at $20. That would have been amazing. When everything is said and done, small and affordable LEGO sets, especially from IP licenses such as Harry Potter, are few and far between, and something LEGO should definitely do more of. So while I'm not the biggest fan of the Harry Potter brick-built figures, I certainly see the value in this product. The LEGO Harry Potter Chomping Book of Monsters is an interesting take on a really quirky object/creature of the wizarding world that somehow was turned into a LEGO product, and while there's certainly a lot going on for this model you don't get to see just yet, there is a minifigure version of it included in this set, using the base book piece, but then having this Book of Monsters front cover to it, making it perfect for Neville, a minifigure also included on this set, to hold it with a matching secondary face. The book build does a good job replicating the on-screen version, I'd say, with lots of texture going on, with those claw-like plates in different brown shades or some vine pieces. The book name is showcased on the front with the use of 4 printed elements, which was surprising as you usually see stickers in Harry Potter products. The book spine is very smooth, but then there's the eyes up there, and all of the claws and mouth-like features of the thing, making this thing very disturbing in a silly and fun kind of way. Now, as you're probably aware, this thing is a menace in the story, and the same can be said about the LEGO version, as pulling this back and releasing it will make it run for a while, which is kind of fun. The secret to this function lies inside, a simple pull-back motor piece connected to a pair of wheels to make it move, while the front pair makes this assembly go up and down for the chomping motion. I really like when LEGO makes the best out of these opportunities to turn apparently boring things into fun objects that will surprise people when played with, the same way I love the ingenuity behind the sorting headset, for instance. It is a somewhat niche thing to get, even if you're into Harry Potter, I feel, but if you've had enough with minifigures and the static creatures don't do much for you, you should definitely look into this one. Price-wise, considering some of the pricing I've seen on Harry Potter sets, this one with little over 500 pieces and a retail price of $60, while not great, certainly isn't terrible, and there's things here that make it easier to understand the pricing. Only printed elements, minifigure, new piece, and that pull-back motor element to name the most significant ones, so yeah, not bad. LEGO Harry Potter goes back to Diagon Alley with these quality Quidditch supplies and ice cream parlor set, adding 2 more buildings to the Wizarding shopping street. A surprising number of 6 minifigures are included for a set this size, but I guess we do need shop owners and shoppers to make these lively. Florian Fortescue being the owner of the ice cream parlor and an unnamed shop owner, as stated in the box, runs quality Quidditch supplies that, for some reason, is wearing the same hat with earmuffs Professor Sprout has. Then we have 4 Hogwarts students, Katie Bell, Alicia Spinett with that cool Gryffindor sweater, Ron Weasley, and Cho Chang. Florian has an ice cream cart and a small sitting area to support his shop outside. Very colorful, by the way, with some stickers for signs, a cool brick-built micro-seating area here, a brick-built ice cream, and a cool tilted window that was kind of fun to put together. These buildings are usually just a facade, and that holds true here, ending up revealing a very simple interior with a removable ice cream stand in the bottom floor and 2 seating areas above. You can close the building into a corner building if you wish, which could be helpful to make some alleys in the future should the shopping district continue to see more LEGO sets to build it up. The largest store of this set, and the one you can't fold, is the Quality Quidditch Supplies, owning a lot of its decorations to stickers, like the signs, shop name, or even the window panes. Quite the sober look in comparison, with darker tones and a seemingly out-of-place Technic gear that actually serves a very fun purpose, to give the broomstick featured on the store window a cool flying motion. How cool is that? And turning the model around reveals a very proper establishment, I feel, especially when compared to the very plain ice cream parlor. The bottom floor has some capes and a trophy on the left, a quaffle, bludgers and beaters bat on the right. The stickers are filled with Quidditch-related references sharp-eyed fans will surely recognize, and in the floor above, a few more of those can be seen on the walls, as well as some displays with brooms, headgear, a snitch, more bats, and a Slytherin Quidditch robe. Perhaps LEGO is getting us ready for a Quidditch set next year, or maybe something to do with the Quidditch World Cup final that took place during the events of Goblet of Fire? Time will tell. This is like the Hogwarts castle sets all over again. If you want to build up your minifigure scale Diagon Alley, you'll be getting these sets over time. Some of these characters are certainly cool to add to the ever-growing collection of Harry Potter minifigures, and I personally really like the colors and useful elements this set has to potentially use in custom builds. This one, however, is suffering from the IP license fees most likely because it retails for $100 with a piece count of just 800 pieces, making it a tad overpriced, I feel. While I still don't quite understand the craze about Book Nooks, Harry Potter has one of those as well, the Hogwarts Express Book Nook, which I honestly really like. It comes with two minifigures, Harry and Ron, both with trolleys, and their pet animals of choice, Hedwig and Scabbers. The Book Nook build itself is a train station with the iconic cobblestone work, glass roofing which was actually very interesting to put together, and the whole thing has some of its features squeezed down in size to fit the tight space, mainly the Hogwarts Express. Even the train track section is blocking the train's exit, even though the vehicle is built into the entire thing and is not expected to move. Now, without peeking too much into it, there's a fair amount of decorations at the front-facing side that are all stickers. Two movie quotes up here done in the same style as the one seen in the collector's edition Hogwarts Express, clock and platform number, and then cobblestone patterns, leaflets, and a wanted sign for Fenrir Greyback. Now peeking inside, there's mirror stickers at the end that makes it so that the train station looks deeper than what it really is, which is kinda nice. And seeing the supports up the roof, train engine on one side, passenger car on the other, and placing our minifigures in the jumper plates on the platform make it really interesting to kinda take your time and explore every little detail. I guess this is what the Book Nook thing is all about. I certainly did not feel the same when trying to do the same with the Balrog one. Having these between books is therefore something that I can get behind, though in doing so, some things will be kept away from sight. In one of these sites, a small open area reveals some interior details of the engine room, where the train conductor would be. And on the opposite side of the Book Nook, the two open sections here give access to two of the passenger car compartments, featuring some of the sweets Hogwarts students will usually ask of the trolley witch, all flavored beans in one and a chocolate frog on another. Like the Balrog one, this Book Nook can also be open, just not in the same easy way. You need to push the two sides apart that are connected via Technic pins. Remove those and place them in such a way that you can have your Book Nook displayed in a thinner but longer fashion. Or remove the pins and, like the box shows, use the two parts of the set as bookends instead. Which, given how the station structures are done similarly, kinda makes it feel like the train station is going across the books, which again I find really clever. Books will be held in place securely as there's some of those anti-sliding pieces underneath. Having it displayed this way makes it easier to see both the station details above as well as the Hogwarts Express, a build as bare and small as it needs to be, yet still instantly recognizable. A few more stickers give it those last finishing touches, though my favorite bits are the cloud pieces used for the smoke that's emanating from the engine. I think I might need to reconsider my stance on LEGO Book Nooks, and even though I don't think I'd display these between books, but rather in an open display or using both pieces as bookends, the options you get out of these, the way the details were designed, and the overall vibe just feels right. I really don't know how else to explain it. Harry Potter made the most out of this concept, and it shows, at least to me. Price-wise, it still suffers from IP inflation as most of the other sets from the theme. 832 pieces for a retail price of $100 isn't a great price per piece ratio, so maybe waiting for discounts or double insiders points might be the way to go about this one. Would love to know what you all feel about these Harry Potter sets down in the comment section below. They are available for purchase already, links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.